Hello, how you doing today? Welcome to this video. Before we proceed, I need to make this simple really clear. This video is for two set of people. If you're part of these people, you can continue watching, and if you're not, you might want to drop off. This is for two set of people, and the first set is those who are they feel like what, I've bought a pair, I've bought a Ibeju Lekki, I've bought probably everywhere. What else? Or you fall in the category of people who feel like what, I can't sit my money down. I want something to okay, I invest today and start paying me returns in 3 or less months from now. This video is for those set of people. It's about real estate investment. And then you ask, who am I and why you should listen to me? My name is Adenika. Adenika Prime. Some call me Prince Adenika. Depends on how you want to, but at least the name is Adenika. And also, I am not actually just like every rater. And honestly, I wouldn't even introduce myself as you as a rater. What do I do then? What I do is I help people to secure and also increase the value of their money using government approved real estate projects that increase the value of the money per time. So what that means is what I do for people is I help them to increase the value of their money. And of course, if you keep holding on to money, it can take a while. But what I do is I help people to increase the value of the money using government approved real estate projects to do that. So what are we talking about today? First of all, I believe real estate investment is one of the best investments on earth after earth itself. And over time, I get to understand that there are two types of real estate investments. I'm not talking about in terms of you buying land or buying houses. There are two types of real estate investments, and one is for cash gain. People invest in real estate for two things. One is for cash gain. Cash gain means I buy this land, I bought this house. What I want to do is to sell it off in the coming years from now. Just sell it at once, and you get your money at once. That is actually what they call cash gain in real estate. Okay, I buy a house, I sold it back for a profit. That is cash gain. Same as like you buy land, you sold this for profit. That is cash gain. But cash flow is actually the best, of course. Cash flow is actually the price of you by buying something, and that can keeps paying you back money consistently over a period of time. So let's say now you bought a piece of real estate, and real estate is probably paying you monthly, daily, or weekly, or even annually. That is cash flow. You keep on earning from it. That is cash flow. And one of the things about a lot of people kind of not have misconception, but the general part of real estate is actually for the cash gain. And what people actually do is, they buy land, which is fine, only totally fine. The increase on it is crazy, and there's no barrier or there's no limit for you getting in. Anybody can get in at any price. But at the same time, too, cash gain is actually one of the ways people have actually become so super super wealthy per time because you have this property, it keeps paying you back every month, keep paying you back annually. Even right now, you can get a property that pays you daily. But the issue with that is not everybody can actually afford to buy a house of 100 millions and above for rental property, or can afford to buy an apartment for that amount of money. So honestly, the barrier into cash flow real estate is kind of hard. For example, like, as I said, no, you can't buy a land in Ibeju Lekki today and expect it to start giving you returns. At probably immediately or a few months down the line. It's going to take a while. For those kind of investments is for cash gain. But the part of real estate cash flow that you can get into the project today, and from tomorrow you start getting your return back. Those ones, as of now, in some good locations, they cost a lot. For example, you want to buy a house in Lekki, like you want something in Lekki that can pay you good money consistently, probably be ready to purchase almost 200 million naira. There's an apartment building right now you're building in a Kate. One unit is about 130 million naira. Yeah, just to get one unit of two-bedroom apartment in that Ikate site is about 230 million. And this particular house is actually not even done. It's an off-plan project. So these are one of the issues that takes the advantage of cash flow away from people. And cash flow real estate is about rental real estate. You need to have that property for rental. Because for rental means, okay, no what, I have this probably I have this block of flats, I have these office blocks that people rent and they pay me monthly or they pay me annually. That is how you actually get cash flow from real estate. So cash flow real estate is the same thing as rental real estate. But getting into this kind of real estate, it requires some chunk of money. But what I want to tell you today is actually, let me say, The great news, or let me say, the only part of the entire process is, see, yes, I said it's cost more to get into this kind of real estate or rental property stuff, but you can actually still get into this real estate without the bulk of the money, and also to without the stress of you building, managing the entire block. Right now, you can actually get some apartments, could be room self, room self contained, could be mini flats, could be two-bedroom. You can get these house for fractional ownership. What does fractional ownership means is, you know what? Instead of you owning the entire building or owning the whole thing outrightly, you can just own a unit or two units out of the apartment for crazy amount of money, like little amount of money. And what this means is, you know what? There are kind of development right now that is currently ongoing right now in Lagos, mainly on the mainland. In some part of island too, it doesn't matter. What these people do is developers they have land, they have the plans and everything. What they do is they sell the houses to people. So instead of you owning a house for okay, you bought the house outrightly, developers going to give you an opportunity to actually hold the unit for less than Ramadan. And I've been seeing that very small amount of money. How much are we looking at? We're looking at something less than um, less than 10 million naira, some less than 5 million naira. You can own this kind of apartment in this building. But the catch to it is this. Yes, there's a catch to it. The catch to it is you own it for a period of time. Let's say 20 years. Some are 20 years, some are 18 years, some are 15 years. You hold this apartment for 20 years or 18 years. The house is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Nobody is going to question you. For that period of time, you can use it for annual rent. You can use it for monthly rent. You can even use it for short let, which short let is actually one of the best way to go about it right now. So let me probably just take a quick back. There are projects you can invest in, a short-time project. I said 20 years. I'm not 20 years, actually short. You can invest in it. You won't have to spend the entire money you will need to buy a house, or you to be getting rental apartment, rental earnings from it, rental cash from it. You can get these buildings for a period of time, own it for that period of time, use whatever you want for that period of time, keep getting your money back, like immediately you invest in it, and you grow it per time. And you can increase the value of that particular money by putting a different project on. Instead of just, you know what, I just want this way to be for renters. You know what, I just want to make this place more like a short rental apartment. People come there, use it daily. You can even do one month, but you are getting paid every day. You charge every day, and you can make a whole lot of more money from this. And getting all this kind of projects is way less than what people can actually imagine. For example, now you're getting a house for 20 years for just 5 million naira. Imagine 5 million naira for a house for 20 years, and you can do whatever you want to do with it. Take for example, sometime last year around November, I got one of these projects in Yaba for about 5 million naira, and I own it for the next 15 years. And this particular project, I feel like, you know what, even if I want to put like just like an annual rent, that place is going from around 900k to 1 million naira. For the next 15 years, that's probably almost 14 million naira or 15 million naira. And the good thing about rent is rent increase yearly. I can certain what I only want to do annual rent here, but I want to be increasing my rent every 2 years or every 1 year. It's still going to make all your money back. Let us assume, okay, I'm not even planning of increasing the rent per time. I just want to I just want to keep it there the way it is 900k to 1 million naira per year for 15 years. That is almost, let me just say 15 million naira. And don't forget, I said I got this place for just 5 million naira back in November. I want it for till 15 years. But the time, you know what, the price is 900,000 naira the range is 900k to 1 million naira per annual per year. And that's probably going to be around 40 million naira for the next 15 years, or 50 million naira for the next year if I decide to increase the price. Of course, rent increases. That means by any on that 5 million naira could have gone over 15 million naira with just 5 million naira. And this is, I start earning almost immediately. I don't have to wait for another 5 years. I don't have to wait for another 10 years. I start earning almost immediately. And even right now, there's a project around Pedro in Dagada, 4.5 million naira. You own this place for the next 20 years. And the annual rent is about 700,000 naira. Even the mini flat there, the mini flat in this particular project is going for 7.8. And the annual rent here is 1.5. 1.5 you annually for the next 20 years. You know how much that's going to cost you, how much that's going to earn you compared to the amount you actually spend to get the place. This is the advantage that is available in this kind of real estate investment. Let's go back to the one I said I got sometime last year in November. As I got it for 5 million naira, and the place is growing, like it's growing. What I did there is I didn't put it out as annual rent. I put it out as a short-let apartment. A short-let apartment every year is making me about 7.2 million naira every year. Like with the short-let apartment I put on it, 7.2. And don't forget, I said I only got the place for 5 million naira for the next 15 years. This was but the project is very close to Unilag, but these days are 5 minute drive away from Unilag. That makes it an hotspot. And this is kind of the advantage, the kind of opportunities available in real estate right now in Lagos. You don't need to spend 30 million naira to get into your house. Sometimes just all these low entry kind of projects, you can get in, get a kind of apartment. If you like, just give it out like that, like as a renter, or you touch it up, furnish it, and put it out as a short term to increase the value of your money and your earning ability. This particular one that I got in Java, in less than, I put it out in December 2023. This means is less than 7 months. You need that 6 months. You've been able to do about 2 million naira on a particular shortlist. Yes, there are some challenges along the way, but you've been able to do almost 2 million naira. And don't forget that I got the place for just 5 million. That means I have 3 million naira left in my capital to make back. Then everything's going to be pure right that way. So these are the opportunities that are actually available. And as I said, right now in Bagada, Pedro in Bagada on the mainland, you can get a room self-contained for 4.5 million naira for the next 20 years is yours. And the mini flat there is about 7.8 million naira. So 7.8, that place is yours for the next 20 years. Imagine what you can turn that place to. You can try to put short on it, it's your choice, but that's actually going to increase your potential export. Like it's going to increase your earning potential beyond your imagination. And of course, I know surely could be taxing, but actually create a course that you can use to set up your own short apartment. You know, if you're going to get any of these houses, I'm probably going to give that to you for free. Currently sell for 20,000 naira, but if you're getting any of these apartments, I'm going to give you that course for free, so you can get to understand what I did, how I was able to create the value of this particular house. That's a house that is probably going to be supposed to be giving you 200 per month per year. I turn it to 7.2 million naira per year. So these are the potentials in this particular industry. Like I said, you can get started just 4.5 million naira per room self-contained and 7.2 million naira for mini flat in Bagada. There are a lot of options right now, like a lot of options. I'm just telling you how low this thing can be. So if you would like to learn more about this stuff, check what is available, get some notices from you, or just want us to talk, to see how viable these opportunities are. You can talk. I'm always open. You can use the number on your screen to reach out to me. Comment on this video, like it, subscribe for more of this kind of content. I'm glad you can do that. And if you want to know more how you can get started in this kind of real estate opportunities, you can always reach out to me. Let's talk about this. And quickly, let me talk about the development projects. Developers, they have the land, or probably they have the house in a good area, or this kind of rundown house. Developers reach an agreement with the family. Developers are building it for them in exchange for unit and like JV. Developer needs to fund the project, then they give the opportunity out to investors like you and I. You come in, buy the place, the developer uses the money to finish the building project. You take your unit, you can use it as a short let or as a rental, whatever you choose, and you make good money from it. And I said, if you're the type of, you know what, I've bought land, what else again? These are this for you. Or you know what, don't want to tie your money down to Lagos, you don't tie your money down to somewhere for a long time. These are also short investment for you. You can also take advantage of. And this industry is still new, it's still young. People are getting in. It's time for you to get in on board. And as I said, you don't need to break the bank. With 4.5 million naira, you can own one of these houses for the next 20 years and it's yours. So that's what I want to share with you today, how you can actually get into rental without owning the property, or how you can actually start earning your money immediately from real estate. So if you have any question, talk to me about how you can know more about this. Let's talk and I'll be glad to be with you. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.